Can you play a little Stairway while we're at it?
Stairway. I can't play that kind of
No
shit.
Stairway.
How about a John Prine song?
I'll play you one.
No, this is great. No, I appreciate you letting us do this. This is just like I said, it's an experiment. It's not. There's no plan.
Yeah.
But it's a way for us to just chat. You know, you heard a little bit about what we're doing. He told you.
Well, he's telling me.
Yeah. It's like it's a way to shine a light. Like the one thing that I always see and I know is like missing from social media and like just the internet in general is wisdom from the older generations, right? Like the place is flooded with people my age, but what lacks is like the stories that you guys have. And so, I thought of you because I came over here last year and I was like, oh man, Larry's got so many great stories. And like if there's a way to capture some of that, a little bit of that, a lot of that, none of that, doesn't matter. I thought that, this could be cool. And I've done this a couple times already with him.
Yeah, he told me. A lot of hits.
Yeah, people
400,000.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Oh, that was that what was that?
That was
that
my
was
hitchhiking story, wasn't it? Or was it the
No,
gelato?
it was you trying to open up the gelato. But
let me tell him first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had gelato. It comes in a plastic
With the
things.
screw top.
With the screw top.
Yeah, I know that kid.
And I forget when it was. Well, how long ago was that?
Oh, 6 months. I think it was over the summer.
Whatever. And I was trying to open it. And I have this thing, a battery operated, you put it on top, and it opens it up, but it only works with glass. So what it did was it crushed the container. I said, I got an idea. So I went outside, I got my big channel locks, and he filmed the whole thing. And I opened it up, and that got like 400,000
Yeah, I got a couple
hits.
thousand, and then I put it up on YouTube, so it's a little bit of a different platform. And then in 5 days, it got almost 500,000 views. So, it's just kind of further validation that I think there's something here. Basically. People are excited. So, dude, this place is awesome, by the way. Like, I love coming down here. It's like an adult Disneyland of music stuff.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if I should show it. Well, I don't know if I should say it for the thing.
You can say whatever you want.
I say whatever you want. I could edit it.
Are you filming us now?
Yeah, it's filmed. It's going.
Ah, okay. Well, I don't know if you'll like this or not, but...
Me? Is that my handwriting?
No, that's me. That's my handwriting.
Oh. Then I don't want to hold that.
When I ran my fingers through the table saw, I found this piece.
Oh, let me
stuck
see.
in a
Oh,
chop
that's what
saw
it is?
3 weeks later.
Oh, no kidding.
No.
That's what flew off this finger.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is your finger in a pee bottle?
That's this piece. this little notch that came off my finger.
Look at that. That's unbelievable.
Hold it up so the folks at home can see.
Yeah. You don't want like a voodoo
right.
someone to get a hold of that.
And the thing is, when I called my son at work, when it happened, because I'm in a hospital, and I don't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
So they gave me one in the
Gross.
hospital.
Uh-huh. Did they have somebody push the button for you?
No, that I could do. Just 9 first.
Yeah.
So I call crowd first, but just to tell them. But then I call my son and I go, yeah, man, I just cut my fingers off, and he goes, well, save the pieces. And I go, no, already did.
Wait, let me see the scar. Let me see that.
This one, it went right. You can see.
Shit.
You're missing a piece.
Being
there.
a guitar player, I'm sure you're happy it didn't.
I came
do
home
more.
that night, because it was this one, and then it was all the way across this one. This one almost came off, and then I just nicked this one. I broke all the fingers. I got pictures upstairs I can show you. But when I got home that night, I put a thumb pick on, and I said, okay, even if I can't do anything, because I didn't have any meat, this tip of this finger was almost gone.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I'd ever be able to hold
Sigh
flat
of
pick
relief,
again.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put the flat, thumb pick on, and then after about 2 or 3 weeks, I could hold the pick on.
That's tough.
I just have I lost my dexterity for finger picking, kind of. Mm-hmm. No more Clarence White, but
How about nose picking?
no, I haven't gotten a good one out because there's no feeling in the finger.
So some nerve damage. A little bit of nerve damage.
And they still hurt. I mean, I did this in 2017, and they hurt every day.
Yeah.
What were you doing with the saw?
Pushing a little piece of wood through.
Just a little. Done it a million times.
Yeah, Al, the black dude up in. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
On Prospect.
Yeah.
In Waldwick.
Beautiful guy.
Yeah.
But his daughter wanted to save money, so his daughter, she tiled the bathroom. So when I got back, he goes, Larry, you got to come and do the trim because she, nothing was even. So that's why I was there, cutting base molding, little pieces to make her job look good, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I was pushing a little piece through. and it snagged, and I
Yeah.
got myself.
Yeah.
And I was set up in the garage, set up right in front of the garage.
Yeah.
Both saws were on the tailgate of the truck. So I'm
Along with
bleeding
your
like
finger.
a pig. I was just looking at myself, going, you stupid bastard,
Mm-hmm.
And so I go, ow. I yell, he's upstairs. I go, ow. And he goes, what's up, baby? I go, I got to go. And he goes, what happened? I go, come on down, I'll show you. So I had blood all over his garage floor. I was holding over his garbage can, but I had to roll paper towel. So, I wrapped it all up, and he goes, oh, man, what'd you do? I go, well, you see what I did? So I took the tools off the tailgate, and he goes, you going to take your tools? I go, I go, you can have them. So I get my truck, and he's standing by the door as I'm pulling out, and I look at him, and I go, I hope I'm going to have to charge you more for this. And I went to the hospital. Everything was okay after that.
Oh, that sucks.
I cut the tip of my finger off once. I was holding a piece of metal, drilling through it, and it spun. And I cut the tip of my finger, the finger flat back. So I just wrapped it up, and I went over to Pascack Valley. And some girl, first she looked at it. Then the doctor came. First thing he did was give me a shot in the tip of my finger.
I got that.
And that hurt. And then did you get the shot in the back of the hand?
No.
Oh, I got one in the back of the hand too. And then so the PA, she starts stitching me up. She puts like 4 stitches across here, puts it back together. So then the finger doctor comes over and he puts stitches in between her stitches.
Why? Who needs? I got 3 stitches. That was it, because this one was mangled. But it was all for the best.
Yeah.
If we're gonna compare hand injury stories, I got one too. I was bartending. I severed tendons, actually.
What, broken glass?
Yeah, it was the Patron bottle. What Patron looks like. It's got like that fat lip on it. Underneath the big cork. It was in the middle of a Saturday night. It was packed. People were demanding drinks left and right. I was operating quickly. I just grabbed a bottle because we were out. And I didn't look, and I just did what I normally did, just take the cap right off like this with the plastic on it and all, just to do it fast and all. Didn't see that the lip had a chip in it, so it went through my hand like butter. So I went like this, right down to the bone, through this finger. You can actually see the surgery, the Z pattern right here.
Yeah.
That?
You had to get that sewed up?
I get it sewed up. They had to do 2 things. They had to sew it up first, and then I had to wait for a hand specialist 10 days later to go back in, repair the tendon. And it sucked because during that time, at every passing day, the tendon retreats in opposite directions. So I was like, it's a race against the clock. I got to get this. And I play piano and guitar.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I'm like, well, can I, so again, I've lost a little bit of dexterity.
Yeah.
Like you, just a bit. So I've had to adapt. So it affects my guitar playing. Piano, not so much. Maybe 1%. But guitar,
a little bit.
Yeah, guitar maybe 10%. It's affected.
Yeah, when I cut my finger, I asked the doctor, will I be able to play the piano? And he goes, yeah, sure. I said, good, because I couldn't play the piano before.
Cut that.
I wanted to ask you guys, because I brought this up to him earlier. I was like, I have a really good idea for another kind of question I want to ask in this kind of format with someone like you coming in, and which I think is relatable and fun for an audience, which is, if someone, well, first of all, what is it? What's your expertise? We all know you're an electrician. What's your background? What's your blue collar experience?
Well, I mean, I ended up a carpenter.
Yeah.
But I wasn't looking for that. I was a musician. I was going to be a rock and roll star, since everybody in my family played and sang, so that was just it. Mm-hmm. And I had to get a day job because my the old lady said,
yeah,
in fact, I got a song about it. But did that and worked during the day, played at night. But I was always handy. Could always I'm building guitars now. Mm-hmm. So my old man was a carpenter. My grandfather was an architect and a cabinet maker. So the whole family, it was either music or that. Yeah. And you made more money banging nails.
Of course. Last time I was here, you shared some amazing musical stories that I want to touch on. But before we get there, I wanted to ask a blue collar related question first, and then we could circle back because there's some epic stories you shared last time I was here. So many of your jobs, you tell me, you're like, all I had to do was go flip a switch, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially, the crux of that, what I want to get to is, what's like the one or few things that if someone just knew, a homeowner knew, like if it was second nature to them, they wouldn't have to call you. And you could show up to a job and be like, They should have known that. They just Googled it. Like they could have done it themselves. They didn't need my expertise.
If the homeowner knew it, they could do it themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how crazy you want to get. I had people who called me to change a light bulb.
Me too.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that one?
No.
About the Meltzers?
Meltzers?
Billy Meltzer. They lived up in Saddle River, and his wife,
On the
Diana.
Earmark
The girls,
border?
her and her sister were from West New York. You did work in New Milford. For me, and Johnny. Okay. But Diana calls you up and leaves a message. And the message is, Larry, we have a light bulb out in the bathroom. And Billy and I, we can't figure out how to change it. Billy Meltzer. Right? He's an accountant.
Okay, accountant. All right.
So I call him back, and I had to leave a message. Oh, no. She picked up the phone. That's right. And I go, Diana, it's Larry. She goes, hi, Larry. I go, I have a question for you. And she goes, what? I go, how many Meltzers does it take to change a light bulb? And then her husband was right there. He went nuts. He was laughing his ass off. He loved that. So I went up there. I went up because they were always good to me. Yeah. Here's how you do it. Unscrew it, take it out. And Billy gives me $100. And I say, nah, I get it. Yeah, but he said, nah, you came up
take
here.
your wife out and get some ice cream.
Yeah.
She never saw that 100, but still.
You said that exact same story to me. So you went over, you did just, I think Christmas Eve. Yeah. You flipped the switch. They gave you 100. And you're like, no.
Oh yeah, I can't take I forget what it was. Yeah.
I spent 3
minutes. But he really didn't take it. I know him.
Nah.
No, he doesn't take it. I have to, But you got, that was probably more fun, right? It's more fun going up and doing a quick nothing job.
It's our social life.
Just to say hello and
But what allows you to do that is all the credibility that you've gotten for the big stuff over the years. So then you can just have fun.
My wife told me, you Johnny, were too nice. You're too nice to people. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. We're still working.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Well, what about you? Like one thing that you could just, if someone just knew, and you didn't have to go.
Obviously changing light bulbs.
Well, light bulbs, but flipping.
Resetting a GFI receptacle. Resetting a breaker.
Yeah.
I checked everything. That's it. I checked everything. You didn't check. Obviously, you didn't check everything.
Yeah. Well, you know who he is. So, and he and I have been working together for what? Almost maybe 40 years.
Yeah, about approximately. Give or take.
And I call him the best friend I ever had, who I never hung around with. Because we get on a job together, and we're like brothers.
Yeah.
The one guy knows what the other. We know each other's jokes.
So do you plan jobs where you'll both be needed? Like or you recommend each other?
Well, if I have a job and I have he's the only electrician I'll call. And when he's got work that he thinks we can handle.
So what's the longest amount of time you ever spent on a job together?
Oh, you know what it was? Maria Coben.
Oh yeah, I just saw her not too long ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Is Alvin still around?
Yeah, I tell you, good story.
Is he still driving?
He's still driving trucks. Yeah, she called me because she wanted, the house, her mother's house next door.
Yeah.
She had tenants, and the floor was sagging. But Johnny and I, we had shored that whole house up. But it's an old house, 100-year-old house. So we went over just to. I went over with crowd. What?
She's got to be long dead. The grandmother. I mean, the mother.
Oh yeah, I went to the funeral. That was another experience. But so I get over there, Marie. She had a stroke. But she's 80.
Marie had a stroke?
Yeah, she's 80 years old.
She was a lot older than Alvin.
Yeah. So I go, where's Alvin? She goes, oh, he's still on the road. And I go, yeah, he's still driving? And he goes, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, after we look at the house, I'm in the house, Crowell and I are in the house, and the phone rings, and it's Alvin. Mm-hmm. So she's talking to Alvin, and she goes, yeah, Larry's here. He's looking at the house next door. I go, give me the phone. so she gives me the phone, and I go, I'm back in town, motherfucker. Like that. And he starts
Did he drive off the road?
Yeah. But he was, a good fan. It kept us busy for like 25 years on Sand Road in Westwood.
Yeah.
Right across from the little park there.
Okay.
That was great.
Harrison Park, whatever it's called.
Whatever.
Yeah. And then you refer him. And then
back
it's just kind of like
I'm done now. So when I cut my hand, that was it. My wife said, "Don't do it anymore." And I go, "You sure?" Because I won't.
Yeah.
And she said, "Nah."
But Maria had a stroke, huh?
Yeah.
And she's about 80?
She is 80.
Oh, she is.
I didn't think she was that old. I thought she was like a year or two older than us.
She looked a lot younger. Yeah, she worked at the Borough Hall for a while.
Yeah.
She was not in the building department, but violations I think she was in.
And you know what I told her when I saw her?
What?
I said, Newman, Always had a crush on you. And she goes, oh, Mike? I go, yeah, Mike always liked you. And she was like, ooh.
She was nice.
She's real good.
This is making me think of, we did a little bit of a Q&A. I was doing this little experiment where I had the camera set up and I was behind it. I was like like Barbara Walters, right? And he's over here and I'm just asking him like rapid fire questions. I had like a set of 20 questions.
Yeah.
And I feel like you'd have some great answers to something. It's top of my head, right? Like worst customer you ever dealt with, right? Like absolute worst, travesty of a house that you walked into. You couldn't believe it that you had to work here.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, growing up in Hillsdale, the cats got to the floor and they were pissing on the side on the sheetrock in the dining room, everything. It was
Coming through the floors
rip
too.
the floor up.
Jesus.
But I'll tell you, my favorite customer who some guys probably wouldn't like. Did you ever do Saul Weinstein? Go to his house and
Probably.
yeah, in the
That's like
Tandy and
Smith
Allen,
or Jones.
in Hillsdale on the Tandy and Allen side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wise guy, Jewish guy.
Okay.
But a good. He would call me up in the morning.
A good Jew.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. He would. Not
He's
that there's-
Jewish.
Not that there's any other.
He can say that. He's Jewish.
But anyway, he would call me up and
Jewish.
he'd call me up and say, "Hey, you guinea bastard, I got work. You're gonna come in and give me." I said, "Yeah." So I would come up. So I take a look around, and I look at the job. I'm figured it all out. And he goes, "Well, how much? How much?" And I go, "Well, I got 3 prices." And he goes, 3 prices? What do you mean 3 prices? I go, family, friends, and scumbags. And he goes, well, what am I? I go, what do you think?
Yeah. Process of elimination. Come on.
But he loved that. Yeah,
That's amazing.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
He moved to Florida. I hope he's still alive.
That might have been the guy that
the guy with the curly hair.
Yeah, I said something to somebody once, and it was a Jewish holiday, and I said, no, I'll come and work. I don't know what the Jewish holidays are. And I go, well, I'm a bad Jew. And he goes, no such thing.
In fact, this guy, he lived in Moose Gowron's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In River Edge?
No, in
in Hillsdale. Okay.
That was Bill Scowron's house when he was with the Yankees.
I told you I worked at Enos Slaughter. I not worked. I used to hang out in the Enos Slaughter's house when I was a kid because my grandfather was next door neighbors to him. He was like Uncle Enos.
Uncle who? You better watch out, son.
For the kids, Enos Slaughter.
Yeah, that's Enos.
Old Yankee.
Yeah, I think he
E-N-O-S,
played
right?
for Yankees in St. Louis, but he's in the Hall of Fame.
E-N-O-S, right?
E-N-O-S.
E-N-O-S,
Slaughter.
yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
What a name.
All the Yankees lived in River Edge back
Yeah,
then
in
because
our
they would just
area.
hop on Route 4
Yeah.
and just go to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Mantle, Berra, Ford.
I was at a gas station in Demarest and when I delivered auto parts and I turned around, Sparky Lyle was standing behind me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know where they used to hang out too was Tattered Tom's and
Yeah, well, we used to play there.
yeah.
Gene Michael, he used to have to carry him out.
Well, if he wasn't, G. Michael wasn't there. He was over at Finnegan's.
Yeah.
I'd see him
Oh, yeah? I didn't
with
know
his
that.
head down on the bar there.
Yeah, it tends to be a lot of New York athletes in this area, right? Bergen County, just outside the city. You see, we had our run-ins with some Yankees over the years.
Yeah.
Willie Randolph.
Oh yeah, Willie Randolph.
My brother worked with Willie Randolph's father in the city. He was a laborer. And when I was working in the city, he worked later than I did. So when this one job we were on, I'd get on the train, go downtown because they were working at Barney's. Mm-hmm. So I go in, I go in the basement, and they just about getting done, and I see Willie Randolph's old man. He looks just like him. Mm-hmm. So I introduce myself and I go, Mr. Randolph, I go, your son is the best, and he goes, I know. So we said goodbye. He leaves. Like, my brother and I walk out on the street, and coming at it was the park wasn't a garage, it was a parking lot on the corner. Here goes Mr. Randolph driving by in his Rolls Royce.
Oh, nice.
Went home to Brooklyn.
Was Willie playing at the time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know who I worked
I think
for?
so. Yeah.
George Benson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Masquerade.
Yeah, George. Yeah.
He was. I was doing a lot of work for him, and he goes, "You're my handyman." I said, "You're gonna write a song about me?"
Been done.
And then you worked
Do you know
for,
who George Benson is?
I know the name.
Yeah.
Guitar player. Great. I mean,
He lives in
yeah.
Englewood. You would see him on Route 4 driving around this bright red old Cadillac convertible with a white top. You'd know it was him because he's the only one that had that.
I think he just got a new record out too, if I'm not
Really?
mistaken.
He's got to be in his 80s.
Of course not.
Yeah, but you know,
yeah.
he's good.
He was good.
Always was.
I worked at Lawrence Taylor's house too.
LT.
Oh man, what a
Where
mess.
did he live?
On Weiss Road. He's not there anymore.
Saddle
Okay.
River, right?
Yeah, Saddle River. You know where Weiss Road is? You go up. What's the school that St. Joe's is on?
the road.
Ridge.
Huh?
Chestnut Ridge.
Chestnut Ridge. You go up Chestnut Ridge. Is the last traffic light in Jersey before you go into New York State. You make a left, and he was down there on the right somewhere.
Nice part of town, yeah.
What a mess that house was.
Yeah.
I didn't deal with him. I dealt with his brother Candy.
Candy?
Iced tea? Ice.
Oh no, not Ice-T. Joe Piscopo.
No.
Oh yeah, I did work with.
You're saying you used to work for
well,
him
I
a
dealt
lot,
with
yeah.
his wife.
Right.
Because he didn't have much of a
Jersey City,
personality.
somewhere. Right.
It was North Bergen. He lived in the building I was at, and they had a power failure, and then the building had a generator system in the building for the common areas, not the individual units. So kept on tripping and breaking. We get there, and he has an extension cord coming from his apartment. He unscrewed the light bulb in the hallway, plugged his refrigerator in. And we said, well, what are you doing? He goes, hey, you can't take the ghetto out of the man.
That's it. Hey.
Meanwhile, he's multi-million.
Where'd you get the
What
cord?
was his wife's name?
Yeah. I know who you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah, they would always walk
were on
their.
some TV show.
They had bulldogs. Brutus, I forget, it was Brutus. Caesar. I don't know, but they were outside walking their dogs. Nice people.
Yeah.
We put a
regular
car
guy.
charger in for them, and then he moved. He bought a house. He lives in Edgewater. Well, I don't think he lives in Edgewater anymore, but I know where he lives. I can't give you the address.
Yeah. That Q&A we did was great. I think the best question, we did about 20, and the first one was actually the funniest.
Which one?
What's the biggest misconception people have about
Oh yeah,
electricians?
About electricians. They think I'm a plumber.
Yeah, they think, that I'm not a plumber. So I have the same question for you.
The misconception?
Biggest misconception about carpenters, you'd say.
Oh, the misconception about carpenters. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean,
What do people assume that misaligns with reality?
that's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we got a good chuckle with that one for a while.
Yeah, show him the picture of me with
you
the.
got
Oh, I forgot to switch it over.
What you got? Oh, yeah. Those were prescription, or?
Yeah.
I have.
What's going on here?
I still have them. They're safety
I was
glasses.
on a job.
I got
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I got them. I got 2 pair. I gave one to my partner for Father's Day. And I said, "Here, we got to wear these." And then, when he came on, I said, "Mikey, try these out and see."
But when I took it off, the nose and mustache stayed on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
yeah, but you know what you do? He looks like a Jap fighter pilot.
He does a bit. He does.
Huh?
Yeah, kamikaze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
happy about his inevitable demise.
I'm trying to think about that misconception about carpenters. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Of course, like the low hanging fruit, right? Like the worst customer, you had the worst house, right? Just someone you never would, or actually, how about the job you walked in on and you just walk right the hell out? You're like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
That happened to me twice.
Remember I sent you over to the dentist?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that one of them?
No.
Well, we got the gig, but still.
We won't mention any names.
Yeah.
But
well, you already have, but
no,
yeah.
but it's not my dentist anymore.
Understood. Okay.
So I sent them over, and I said his wife works there. I said she's really hot. I mean, she's really, really good looking. So he goes in and what was her name? Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Yeah,
Johnny and I went.
Yeah, so the two of them go, and they go walking through the door, and they go, well, yeah, I'm looking for Marilyn. She goes, I'm Marilyn. And Larry goes, no, you're not.
Because I look at her like this, I go, what the fuck?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, but he was good for that. He would always tell you, I got a job here. There's hot chick work there. So after that one, they said, remember working at I don't know if you want to use names, but the chick in Emerson, in the ranch, Gail something.
Okay.
Anyway, she lived in a ranch down on Eagle.
Yeah, I know where
Yes,
Eagle is.
okay.
Yeah, by the high school.
It was summertime and it was hot as hell. And he had just pulled that trick on us. I don't even know if you know this.
I don't.
So he had to go up in the attic and run whatever the wires he was running, whatever. And the house was, 40 feet long. And the scuttle hole was at one end of the house. So they had to get up and then crawl. It's 100 and whatever degrees in there. They did, 3-4 days in a row doing the whole thing. And after, I'm looking around, and right at the other end of the house where they were doing all the work, I look at the closet, and I go, look at this, the scuttle hole. I never told him. And so he goes, you know, him and his partner, they're breaking their ass doing this and that. And then finally at the end, he goes, man, that was a tough job. He goes, we had to go all the way through the end of it. We're standing right there. And I go, Mikey, why don't you use this one? And he looks at me like, okay.
Oh, man.
You know what? The best thing I ever did, a guy was, it might have been a lager job. And I was in the attic. Nobody knew I was in the attic. And he was told to, like, sheetrock or patch holes or whatever. So he put his arm up in the attic to move the insulation out of the way. He didn't know I was up there. Well, I was laughing. I was crying before he did it. I grabbed his arm. You want to hear somebody scream. He had no idea anybody was in the attic.
That's fantastic.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
Oh, you still got time. This is one of my favorites. When I was working in the city, I'm working with this guy, Mike Rizzi. He and I were like the misfits. The foreman hated me because my uncle got me on the job, and he hated my uncle, and he hated Rizzi because Rizzi's brother was a super, you know. So we were the outcasts. But it was the Equitable job on 52nd Street, you know, big insurance building. So Mike and I were just walking around, you know. So we're up on the top floors, and you know they were laying the carpet for the conference rooms. So there was this little laborer. Name was Frankie Barbera. He was about this big, and he was a little wise guy. So Rizzi and I, we walk into this room because we look, and Frankie's like 50 feet away on the the whole floor of the building is open, and he's 50 feet away vacuuming the rug. And when you walk in, there's a knee wall. So he's got his cord running, and it's over the knee wall, and it's plugged in on our side of the knee wall. You know, so Rizzi goes, "Get down, get down." So we get down behind the knee wall, right? So Frankie's doing a vacuum wiggle. Boing, we pull the plug out, right? So he goes away, and he's a tank. He goes, what the fuck? He's looking around. He's going in. So he starts walking back, right? He gets halfway back. We plug it in, and the thing goes back on. We did that to him about 3 times in a row, and then we just walked out. We didn't even let him know. I still laugh when I do.
There was another time I was cutting in recess lights, and you cut it out, and you got the insulation up there, and there was a bunch of grass there. You know, sometimes it's usually an old nest or something, whatever. So I start pulling the stuff down, and these little hands are pulling back. It was a raccoon up there. It was pulling the stuff back to it. Yeah.
In the city, they used to turn over the thing, the floors on the shanties, and there'd be mice and rats' nests, and the laborers would just sweep them up.
Yeah.
Sweep them up and put them in the
That's
container.
rough.
Yeah, they're rats.
Oh, man. Yeah, that doesn't really bother me too much.
Nah, rats.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't like cats, though.
Yeah.
I'm not a cat fan.
I like cats outside.
I had a cat, trap me, on the top of the stairs. I couldn't get back down the stairs. The thing, it was like a bobcat.
Oh, nah,
Like
I wouldn't have a cat for a pet.
No.
I was on a job once, and the bobcat was. I felt like something was watching me. It was out in 22 somewhere.
Like Vernon or something, weren't you?
Yeah, it was out in that area, and I was working, and I felt like somebody was watching me. And I'm working. I look around, and on a rock on the other side of the lake, there's this bobcat or something dangerous just staring me down.
Wow.
Got my tools and left.
Yeah.
Figured you were too big to eat. So
Yeah.
I remember you telling me that. I remember saying, you got to start bringing bear spray on jobs.
Well, I have bear spray
if
in
you
the truck now.
No, you got to put it like in your holster.
Yeah. Well,
Like when you're out there in the
I have it for
wilderness.
my customers too.
bear spraying them there.
I was saying earlier about, when last time we saw you, and you had some epic stories, and this particularly the one where you were opening up in the city for
John Prine?
John Prine. I don't know if it was Prine. No, it was. I think it was Neil Young was there, or no. You were backstage, and someone was real messed up.
Oh, Jimmy Buffett. Well, Jimmy Buffett.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, it was
and
Jimmy
James
Buffett.
Taylor was the guy
That's
who was
right.
all whacked out.
Yeah, that was. I would love to hear another rendition of that story.
Here's how I'll start it off.
Okay.
Jimmy Buffett gave me this.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
The night we were playing at there was this club on First Ave on the Upper East Side called JP's back in like the mid to late 70s. And the JP was this guy, Jimmy Pullis. He was a retired roadie, but he knew everybody. And I guess he saved his money, but he bought this little club. Mm-hmm. And it was like an after-hours club for all the hot shots that were in town. You play in New York, you're playing, you get done, and you come into JP's. They had a room downstairs where, the VIP room where they went in and did whatever they had to do, whatever they wanted to do. So bands like us we would go there because that's where all the hot shots hung out. You know, I mean, Clive Davis. You know, you go there to get signed. You know, you'd play your stuff.
Network.
Yeah, and that was the only way you could do it back then. You know, no internet, none of this stuff. So you had to go and be there. So you know, we got to know the sound man there, and he helped us out. And one night we're playing there, and we played the first show, and then we go downstairs. No dressing room for the band. You just go downstairs in the basement. It looks like this. You sit on the beer cases. You change your shirt. Yeah. So we're sitting there, just hanging out. All of a sudden, this guy comes down and he goes, "Hey, who wrote that song about the barroom brawl?" And I look, it's Jimmy Buffett. I go, "Me." He goes, "I love that song." He goes, "What are you guys?" He goes, "What are you guys doing?" I go, "I'm trying to get a deal." So he says, "Well, I know a guy." And I go, "Well, who?" And the guy, he's his buddy, this guy Jimbo Klein. I don't know. I hope he's still alive. And he was a drug dealer in Florida. He lived in Melbourne, Florida, and he got busted, but he didn't talk. Did his time and got out, and he still had all his money. Mm-hmm. And all the guy wanted to do was, produce bands. He had a parts ownership in a studio in Washington, D.C., and he was just looking for guys. So Buffett goes, I'm going to turn you on to Jimbo. I said, okay. So, he turns us on to Jimbo, and, Jimbo started paying all our bills. And while we're there, this chick who's a waitress there says, "Hey, my boyfriend would really like you guys." So I go, "Yeah, who's your boyfriend?" She goes, "Gary Talent, Springsteen's bass player."
Oh.
So I go, "Send him over."
Yeah.
So, Gary Talent, next time we played there, Gary Talent came in. He liked us too. So we got Gary Talent to play bass in the studio with us. We were playing gigs. He got his gigs down in Atlantic City. That was when all that no nuke stuff was going on. So he was playing with us on, we say, "Oh, Springsteen's got to come." But he never did. But while we're there, J.D. Souther was touring with Buffett. So I'm hanging out with J.D. Souther and Jimmy Buffett, and then J.D. says to Jimmy Buffett, he goes, "Hey, you're gonna call the girls?" So I'm going, "Yeah, call the girls, call the girls, man." So they call the girls, and it turns out that these Romanian bathing suit models. So
Perfect.
They come down, and I'm like, I gotta go drive a truck at 4 o'clock. As soon as I leave here, I gotta go get in a truck and come back to the city and deliver. So anyway, these hot-looking girls, and I'm just talking to this one, and she's saying, "Oh, life is so boring." And I go, "Yeah, I know." She goes, "Yeah." I go, "What do you do?" She says, "Oh, well, we live on Jimmy's boat down in St. Bart's, and if he wants, he calls us and tells us where he wants it to bring." I go, "Whoa, man, that's a tough work. I wouldn't want to do that." So then everybody's somebody comes stumbling down the stairs, and this big skinny guy, and I look, it's James Taylor. So he's all whacked. I don't know if he's doing dope or what, but man, his eyes were closed. He was walking around like this. He's a big guy, and the ceilings.
Did he have hair at the time?
Yeah. And he was with Stockard Channing. She was as whacked as he was. So he's walking around and he's doing this. Bang! And he hits his head on a pipe. And they were going, "Oh, James!" And he comes over here and bang! Hits another pipe. So then, him and Buffett get together, and Buffett says, "Hey, I'm writing a song." He goes, "You wanna write it with me?" So, James Taylor goes, "Yeah, all right, what do you want to do?" So Jimmy Buffett says to me, "You got a guitar I can use?" So I go, "What do you think?" So I give him my guitar, and him and Taylor, they wrote a song sitting on a case of beer. Jimmy, he had the music, so I guess James Taylor helped him with the words. Mm-hmm. I never got any of that, but that, what else? So we stayed all night.
You got his DNA on your guitar.
Yeah, right. I should have kept the strings. But that, and I got the "Fuck Iran" button. But that was.
I was speaking about "Fuck Iran." We were, me and a friend of mine who's dead now, Brian Oldinger. We went out one night. We went to the AB&G, Allendale,
yeah.
And it was during the Iranian hostage crisis. And I had my beard. My friend had a beard, and we had long. We looked Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
And the place was full of drunks and everything, and we're standing there, and this guy comes over and he goes, "You guys aren't Iranian, are you?" And so before I can say, what are you kidding? My friend goes, please leave us alone. We ran out of that place so quickly.
Unbelievable. That's fantastic.
That's, remember Brian Oldinger, right?
No, I heard you mention him a bunch,
Oh,
but
man.
that's great. Unbelievable.
And I tell you what, Jimmy Buffett was a sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been a nicer guy.
Yeah. But speaking of your music, I know you played me a couple tracks last time I was here. Just awesome stuff.
I got
just
new stuff
love it.
before you leave.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd love you to share a little bit of, if you're down, maybe.
I don't care.
If you're not shy, would love to
Him?
hear a little
Shy?
bit.
What? Somebody might steal it from me and keep all the money?
But it's just, why I love this shit, because, in a world where, look, not to knock like electronic music or producing or production. It all has its place. But I gravitate towards, I told you, I said, Spotify tells you your age based on the music you listen to for the year. It told me I was 70. So, I'm like, okay, then, there's something there. Obviously makes sense, because I love all the music that I listened to, growing up with you, Q1043, classic rock. And there's just something really cool and pure about what you do. And
Well, it's real music. It's real instruments.
Yeah.
It's all I know how to do.
Today
anyway.
I was listening to Sinatra, Martin,
Yeah.
Nat King Cole. Just for a change, driving nice and easy.
You want to listen? You want a voice lesson? You listen to Frank Sinatra, because he's the best phraser in the. You know how to put your words where you want to put them. Frank. That's how I.
Dean Martin.
One of the ways I learned.
Dean
Just
Martin was
listening.
singing all in Italian. I forget. Volare. He
Dean
was singing
Martin's
Volare.
great. Dean Martin's great. He does this song. I forget the name of it, but there's a film of it where he stands up in front of these three guys, and I think they're playing guitar too. But he's singing the song, and they're doing like a counter melody and song behind them. It's the greatest thing. I always wanted to do that with the band. I mean, you can find it. I just don't remember the name of the song. But man, it's the way it is.
Yeah, like I saw the Eagles maybe 3-4 years ago out in LA, and till this day, maybe aside from the Stones, which I saw maybe 2 years ago, I think the Eagles concert was it was pure joy. It was the best shit I'd seen live. And strangely enough, like, Seven Bridges Road is probably my favorite song of theirs, because of just the purity of the vocalization and the harmonies, which they do, occasionally on songs, but this was that was the main focal point of that song. So that's the kind of stuff I gravitate.
Yeah, that, and before the Eagles, there was Poco and the
I remember
Burrito Brothers.
Poco.
Poco, man, when I worked at the Tower Theater in Philly, they were there. We saw all the shows because we worked, but man, they were
That's from the
unbelievable.
Grateful
band.
Dead era.
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
$11. Get paid $11 a show. $2, 2 shows a night. Then the first show didn't start till 11. I'll tell you a good story about the Tower Theater. It was like the Fillmore of Philly.
Okay.
This was back in the early 70s, and we were all ushers. Guys I knew, they were friends with Rick Green, the promoter. So he told my buddy, he said, get all your guys, and we were the inside guys. And then the guys from University of Penn, they were outside security, but it was better for us because we were inside and saw the whole show. All you needed was a flashlight, because you show people to their seat, and it just make sure nobody's smoking pot. But that didn't, nobody cared about that. Once the show started,
It was easier to find the people that weren't smoking pot.
Well, yeah, they had to find me because I was the worst guy, But anyway, I was up on the 3rd floor by the balcony, and just before the show started, I'm walking around checking the bathrooms, just doing my job. So there's this like lobby, small lobby off the bathrooms, and you know those old buildings with the big columns. Mm-hmm. They're just every so often the columns. I just go walking by, and I see there's a rope tied to this column. Around the column, look at this. I go, what the hell is this? And it's going out the window. And we're on the 3rd floor of this building in Philadelphia, right? So I go, what the heck? So I look out, and there's 3 kids climbing up the rope like this. And I had my tower shirt on, and my usher's shirt, and I look out and I go, what are you doing? And they go, don't bust us, man, don't bust us. I go, I'm not busting anybody.
You're helping them.
I'm pulling them in, and I get them in. I go, get your rope. I go, how'd you do this? And they go, one guy bought a ticket, he brought the rope, and he tied it off and threw it out the window. I wasn't going to bust it. It was great.
Gotta give them an award.
Oh man, that was something. Remember Batman and
Yeah.
Robin?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it looked
The
like.
side
these
of the
guys.
building. Yeah.
And people sticking their heads out the
Hey,
windows.
Crusader. But no,
But in any case, would love to hear some music. Yeah, if you care to share either what you're working on or a classic Larry, or all the above.
all right.
Let's see what you're working with.
This is new. Here, I'll give you. Let's see.
And that interface is what is that?
I don't know.
A Yamaha AW.
AW16G.
And you've been using that for
Since 20 years.
that's great.
I mean, it's all it's all I know how to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me long enough to figure out how to do this one. But, this one I just did it maybe a month ago. It's called Time. Let me know when. Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm looking for a good vibration. I know it's been said before. I ain't listening to no recitations that just cost you more. I had a premonition. Everything is gonna turn out fine. Some elbow grease and determination. We'll get done on time. All we need is time. Yeah, time. Never enough, it's always flying. Time, yeah, time. If I had my way, it wouldn't unwind. I just had a conversation. Words heard, worth waiting for. Good news and inspiration knocking at my door. I got a friend, a close acquaintance. He glad to give away his last dime. And all it asks for in return is just a little more time. All he needs is time. Time. There's never enough, it's always flying. Time. Time. If I had my way, it wouldn't unwind. Aches and pains without it, no gains is common knowledge. Life's a bitch, you can't scratch every itch. Use it all, it's your call. Don't waste it if you want it. Keep on playing, maybe just playing. Time, time, there's never enough, it's always flying. You play time, time, if I had my way, it wouldn't unwind. Time, time, there's never enough, it's always flying. Time, oh time, you're a dirty robber. I'm looking for a good vibration. I guarantee you'll suit me fine. All I need, maybe you do, just a little more time. A little more time, a little more time, a little more time, some more time, a little more time, a little more time, a little more time,
It's awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Nothing to it. Just push the button.
How long have you been working on that one?
It's done. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes they come quick. I mean, that one came quick. I had the music. It's the words that take the longest for me, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I can write 3 songs a day, but no words.
Yeah,
Takes a little longer.
Howard Stern loves interviewing musicians more than anybody. He's this, his biggest envy, at least for what it seems to be the case, is not knowing how to play guitar. And he just started taking up lessons, I guess, like last year or the year before. But he always asks that question: is it the words first, of the musicians, or is it the music? Is it some combination? And some musicians are straight this way, straight that way.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't know how you can do it without writing the music first, because how do you?
Yeah.
You have a tune and you know where you're going with your words. I mean, if to write words, how you gonna, how can you write them in the right meter, You know,
Yeah.
the phrasing, and I mean, not for me anyway. I mean, there's guys that do it. I know that, but you know, I gotta have a tune to write too.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's
You
just
know?
whatever sounds good. You're, oh, this is interesting. This makes me feel a certain way, and then words later.
Yeah, I mean, I just sit on the couch and you know, I have one of those little digital things, and if something pops into my mind, you know, I'll play 3 chords, and if I like it, I hum into the thing for like 15 seconds, you know, whatever, just so I don't forget it, because you know you will forget it. And the other day I looked, I have over 1,000 songs.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that. I heard,
You know?
Yeah.
Nothing, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, 1,000 songs, you know, they're not
Yeah.
all good, but
Yeah, yeah.
you know, if
Like-
half of them are decent,
Like 500 ideas of a
Yeah.
song, like not fully. Yeah.
right?
You're right.
No, that's awesome, man. Like this was great. Like I'm grateful to you. Thanks for letting us come down. You know,
yeah, no,
check it out down here. This is awesome.
Whenever you're in town, man,
Yeah.
I like seeing you.
Yeah, I like seeing you too. This is fun. And
And I'd like to see the best friend I never hang out with
there
too.
you go.
Well, that too.
There you go.
We should write a song together.
We should, but you have
should.
to sing.
I don't care. I can sing.
I
Not
go
now,
like this.
I-
I'll tap my foot.
I'll give you here. I'll give you this. Yeah.
What was that, Monica?
No, this is up your
Oh
alley.
yeah, these things. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, these
I've
are
used
cool.
that on a song.
Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah, I remember you showed me the.
We've seen these before.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
this before.
I think the
do you
the
call
kids
those
had
things?
got
That's some old school technology right there.
Is it?
It works. But you know what I did? I mean, not
It's
that
the
I-
abacus of guitars.
Yes. Abacus.
Abacus. Yeah, the abacus.
What do you call these things? I forget what it is. I mean, I
I
know it's
call
a
them.
thumb piano, but there's an African name.
Ah.
But when I recorded this thing, I had I had a 12-string, acoustic 12-string, and I tuned it to a chord. I think it was a D chord, and I turned it upside down, and I laid that thing on the back of the guitar, so that it would vibrate and drone the 12 strings
Okay.
while I played, and it came out. You know, just an idea, but
That's
it
a
came
cool
out good.
idea.
It came out cool.
That's,
You know, I'm probably not the only guy that can do it, but
yeah, it's some innovation right
yeah,
there, though. That's cool.
that's the beauty of having your own place.
Right. Right.
This thing I found on the side of the road,
That's right. Yeah, that thing is.
and it works. I've used it on a few songs.
That's amazing.
You know, it only plays one note at a time, but you know, like that's all I can do.
That's it. That's it. Well, Larry, it was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, this is great. Thanks, Dad.
Please.
That's my
Just
wife.
nick
I'm
of-
not
just
here.
the nick of time.
Yes,
my
that's
daughter.
wife. Oh, which one?
Ava.